We are Fran Resultay and Nico Machate here to discuss the process of glycogenesis. Glycogenesis is the process that turns glucose into glycogen. But first, what is glycogen? Glycogen is the main storage form of glucose in the body, found primarily in skeletal muscle and the liver. The first step of glycogenesis is turning glucose into glucose 6-phosphate with the use of the enzyme hexokinase. This process needs phosphorus from ATP and then produces ADP. Glucose 6-phosphate is then turned into glucose 1-phosphate by the action of the enzyme phosphoglucomutase. Glucose 1-phosphate is then turned into UDP glucose with the use of the enzyme UDP glucose pyrophosphorylase. This process takes in UDP or uridine diphosphate and attaches it to glucose. This process also produces pyrophosphate. UDP glucose is then added to an existing chain of glucose by the action of the enzyme glycogen synthase. After this, the process releases the UDP. If you'll notice, this process needs an existing chain of glucose. When we need to produce glycogen from scratch, a protein primer called glycogenin acts as the flooring to which glucose is added from UDP glucose. Once the growing chain has 8 glucose residues, glycogen synthase binds to it. This adds UDP glucose to the 4-hydroxyl group of the glucosyl residue. Also, after 8 residues, branches are made by the enzyme called amylo alpha 1,4 to alpha 1,6 transglucosidase. That's all for glycogenesis. Thank you and God bless.
Created using Powtoon.